Hey family, how are you? If you hear any noise in the background, that's my degenerate of a family not respecting the fact that I'm recording a video. Okay, so very to the point, I asked what would Jasmine do session on Instagram, and you guys sent in your questions, and I said I would answer them as if I was in that situation and what would I do. I am like probably not qualified to answer none of these questions because Lord knows how I handle situations, but hey, you want to know what I would do, I'm gonna let you know. So it was like a ton of questions. I didn't read over the questions, but I did like take the selective few that first came in. So I'm just gonna get straight into the questions. It's not even questions. Yeah, it is questions because it's asking me what I would do. Okay. Would you let your ex new girlfriend come to your baby shower? Y'all talking to the queen of co-parenting. Yeah, her mother, her baby father, they kids, all of them. Why not? What does quality time for you and your significant other look like? It looked like putting the kids in the other room, getting drunk and being nasty. My cousin 19 got into an almost physical fight with our grandmother. Not the grandmother. She gotta go. With our grandma a few months. Wait, I just can't get over the fact that she said your grandmother. Not the grandmother wants smoke, she could get it too. Your cousin's crazy. My cousin 19 got into an almost physical fight with our grandma a few months ago and never apologized. First of all, what did your grandmother possibly do to you to make you want to give her hands? Like your grandmother? Like, nigga, not grandma, not granny. Like, I don't know, like, why? First of all, beat your cousin ass for even wanting to almost fight grandma. Like, how does that conversation go? Like, nigga, what, grandma didn't bake the cookies? Like, what did grandma do? No, cousin gotta go, sis. Not clicking my tongue like a bird. What would you do if your boyfriend family treats his ex like family but act like you don't exist? Oh, I would just act like he don't exist because I don't have time to be competing with your ex on a game of Family Feud. No one wants to do that. So y'all can go be happily ever after and I'm gonna go get a new nigga, period. I'm a naive New Yorker who lived in VA for 5 years. Should I move back to New York City during COVID-19? Girl, what would I do? You're asking a person who never even been out of New York City. So, no, because you don't want to catch the corona. Just take your time. Are you feeling better? I don't think that was what you were supposed to ask me, but I'm good. What do you do when you like a guy but you're both too stubborn to reach out to each other? What are you, 5? I don't understand. Y'all like it? How do y'all know y'all like each other if y'all not reaching out to each other? Something's wrong. Okay. I lost 2 brothers very close to me due to gun violence. Only way I can cope with pain was this song I wrote. Please listen to shit. Not trying to get promo. Nigga, this is not the time. Like, you could have did anything else, but I'm blocking you when I'm done. Let me see what's the next one. What would you do if your baby daddy has anger problems and forcefully hit your child? At this point, call ACS on him and you for letting him forcefully hit your child. Well, I will forcefully have to hit him. And after I do that, I would forcefully call the police to let them know why I just hit him. Because he's trying to hit my child. What would you do? No, seriously. You shouldn't let anyone put their hands on your child, especially out of anger. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it is the father of your child. And if you're too afraid of him, then you should call the authorities and let them take care of that situation. Would you be friends with the known snitch? Probably so, because I'll be snitching with him. I don't understand this whole snitching thing. If you did something to me, I'ma go tell. If that's me being labeled as a snitch, you shouldn't have did it to me if you didn't want me to tell nobody about it. So it depends on what type of snitching you doing. Like, you know, Is it like, oh, they just telling everything about everybody? My son is 8 and I've never been to child support. Should I? I think child support should be your last option. Your first option should be to try to co-parent and try to work it out without the courts telling you what to do. Thanks, bud. Why would you pour water on me? Yeah, that's definitely what you should do. And if all fails, then you gotta serve him papers and get his coins. Hey Jazz, I'm a single mom and my son's father isn't here for my son financially or emotionally. That sucks. It's all too familiar. I know the feeling. The best, what would I do? I can just tell you what I'm doing. I think that you shouldn't be consumed in situations that you can't control. So all that energy that you could be given towards the who, what, when, where, and why he not here, why he not this, why he not that, just put that energy towards your kid and be the best mother you can be. When he get older, he'll have to answer the questions that you're trying to figure out. So don't stress yourself about that. The next question is, how do you forgive a toxic parent? Forgiveness first starts within you. You have to be ready to forgive. And I think that forgiveness doesn't go by terms like, oh, I'm gonna forgive you if you're no longer toxic. I'm gonna forgive you if you're no longer doing this to me. I think forgiveness is just like, I forgive you. Regardless of who you are, if you're still toxic, if you're not toxic, if you're still doing what you're doing, I forgive you. And then you can work on like, I'm forgiving you and I'm moving forward with you, or I'm forgiving you and I'm no longer want anything to do with you. Is it the deadbeat's responsibility to make sure his kids know one another? They are in different states. Well, speaking from my life, me talking to me. Mature Jasmine says, as a mom who is aware that your child has other siblings, you can be the mature adult to reach out to that other parent and introduce yourself, introduce your children, and try to build a cordial bond for the sake of y'all children. So it's like, hey baby father, baby mama, how are you? I'm the other baby mama, and let our kids grow to be great with each other because they share the same bloodline. Reality, it is his job to make sure his kids know each other because they are his children that he decided to create. But that's not always the reality. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. What should I do if he won't tell his baby mother about our relationship? I think you should get another relationship because you're worthy to not be anyone's secret. And if you can't tell you the mother of your child about who and what we are, then you have something to hide. Like, yeah, that don't sit right with me. So I'm talking to this guy for like a month now, but he's friends with his ex. Should I be worried? Well, when you get with me, you don't really need friends because I am your friend. I am all the friend you need, okay? No, I'm playing. Not really. But it's tricky. It's kind of tricky because Insecure Jasmine says, nigga, the fuck? Like, why would you be friends with your ex? She's an ex for a reason. If you wanted to kiki and ha and be friends, you should have been together. Mature Jasmine says, well, why couldn't you be friends? I mean, you were in a relationship and you were mature enough to end it. Sure, you can be friends because I trust you. So it just depends on how mature you are. My boss keeps questioning my girlfriend and I relationship. Why does your boss know about your relationship? That's the first problem. How to emotionally deal with a baby father that doesn't want to be in the baby life. I hurt for my baby. Hurting for your child is a natural feeling, and that's sort of kind of the question I answered earlier, which is putting that energy towards being an amazing mother. You have no control over him being a dad or not. Sounds shitty, but you don't. You could take him to court, you can do all that. And not even a judge can make someone be a parent. And anyone that doesn't want to be a parent, you shouldn't even want to force them because they're not going to parent your child correctly. My boyfriend cheated with my best friend and she's pregnant. Well, the first mistake you made was still saying my boyfriend. I don't think he should be that anymore. You gotta give them a different title, like X or blocked or dead, one of those. If you feel like you can't even talk to the nigga you sleep next to every night, sis, don't be preaching to the choir, okay? Communication is key. Once the communication fails, I don't even give a damn if we arguing. Once we stop chatting about whatever, it's over. Let's just let it go, okay? At this point, Frozen, Elsa, and I'm like, your boyfriend cheats on you while you're pregnant and gets another girl pregnant and hides the baby for a year. At this point, he has a talent, because that is a talent. For you to get someone pregnant and hide the baby for a whole year, when was you seeing the baby? When you say you was going to work? He's talented. He's a professional, and you should let him go, because if you can keep a whole kid a secret from me for a year, I can imagine what else you're lying about. What would you do if you found out that your kids were sexually abused? First, I would get them in counseling, and I would make sure I contact the authorities to make sure whoever was their abuser gets exactly what they deserve. What would you do if you have been cut off from your immediate family? No serious fault of my own. Your family cut you off for no reason, they're not really considered family. One may consider family your bloodline, like, oh, we share the same blood, so we're family. That's not what make you family. So yeah, you can let that shit go. You're amazing, and let them be great on their own. Friend, so I'm single and I want to have sex, but I'm scared because of the Rona. So wait till after the quarantine. I mean, even after the quarantine, you still gonna have to worry about something more than COVID-19. They got COVID HIV, COVID herpes, COVID syphilis, COVID chlamydia. It's a lot. So friend, I think COVID-19 should be the least of your worries. It's a lot more you gotta worry about after this is over. I found out I'm pregnant with my second child, and my baby daddy told me to have an abortion. No one can tell you what to do with your body but Trump. So if that's your baby and you want to keep your baby, just get into mind that it's gonna be just your baby, and you could do whatever you have to do and do what's on your heart for yourself and you. What would you do if you find out your friend was hitting on your man? I've kind of been in this situation before. It really takes two to tangle. One, sis gotta go. Two, did he entertain it? Because he could go right with her. So yeah, respect is everything. And at the end of the day, friend, mother, sister, brother, sis, I don't trust nobody. You gotta go. We don't need to be tied like that. No, what you kikiing and laughing around minds for ain't nothing funny. We're not doing that. What would you do if you have a man but you like someone else? I will not lie. It is very possible to have a significant other and like someone else. I think people like people. Like, that's just normal. It's like, oh, they're cute, I like them, or like, oh, they have a nice personality. That's when self-control comes into play, and that's when you have to realize how much your situation is not worth losing. So it depends on you. Like, a lot, like I said, you're gonna be married and people gonna look the fuck good, smell the fuck good, say the right things. You just gotta be disciplined to know, like, nah, that ain't what I want, because I don't want to lose what I got. Discipline, honey, discipline. What would you do if you had a hair appointment with someone and they stood you up? If you have a hair appointment with someone, I'm guessing they're a hairstylist, you don't want to mess with me in no professional way, because bitch, I'm leaving you a review on Yelp, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm sending you an email of all the reviews I made, and then I'm going back to make a YouTube video about you, so you will never get another client. Yeah. What would you do if one of your girls came home at 14 and said they was pregnant? Well, first they got to get out, because you want to be grown and do grown things. There's no grown people that live in my house, so you got to go be grown. And I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, I don't babysit kids, so I don't know what else to tell you after that. What would you do if you found out your boyfriend still texts his ex and tell her your business? That's cute. They could be together. I mean, since y'all want to chat, y'all want to chat about me, y'all might as well be great together without me. Wait, what? It says, so my boyfriend of 4 years is in prison, but my neighbor been dicking me down. I'm conflicted at this point. Y'all in a relationship, and your boyfriend been in jail for 4 years. It depends. Did he think you was gonna wait? Did you tell him you was gonna wait? I mean, people borrow stuff from their neighbors all the time. You just so happen to borrow some peanuts. I think it's fine. It's okay. He's not gonna know. I'm married, but my ex keeps calling and disturbing my peace with his nonsense. Baby, you're married, therefore your ex should never have access to you. Whether that's block, delete, and change your number, yeah, he shouldn't have no way of getting in contact with you. So I think you're allowing him to disturb your peace. What would you do if you found out your partner was cheating with the neighbor? Well, my neighbor would need somewhere else to stay. That's first and foremost, because she gonna get these hands. And my partner better hope she got enough room to take him along, because yeah, it's gonna be a problem for them both. A man keeps cheating and apologizing, but you love him. Love is an emotion and a feeling. People can hurt you and you can still love them. People can yell at you and you still love them. People can cheat on you and you still love them. It's just a feeling, and that feeling shouldn't control your self-worth. Like, okay, I love you, but that don't mean I'm gonna tolerate your disrespect. I love you, but that don't mean I need you. I love you, but that don't mean I have to sit here and let you hurt me. So love is just an emotion. That shouldn't control your actions. So this is gonna be the very last question. It is gonna be a random question from a random person. What's the question?
What would you do when you really like somebody but the world don't want to see y'all together?
What would I do if I really liked somebody but the world doesn't want to see us together? First of all, I wouldn't really care too much about what the world thinks. Actually, I wouldn't care about what the world thinks at all. I would honestly feel I have to be doing something right for everything around me to not want this to work. Yeah, I would just focus on my relationship and me and what I'm building, and not pay attention to the things that are going on around me, because that's the distraction. Is there any other questions? So that was the last question. Thank you guys for sending in your questions. And again, I am not qualified for half the things I answered, so don't really take my advice and don't really run with it, because I'll have you hurt, lonely, crying, won't have a happy home. Like, just really just don't take anyone's advice. First of all, I don't even give out advice, but this was really some what would Jasmine do. You guys know I never give out advice because I don't even have this thing called life together myself. I'm not qualified to give advice to anyone. But yeah, I thank you guys for supporting me as always. As I remind you guys on a daily basis, my DMs is always open if you want to vent, talk, chat. I am not like the other YouTubers. As you know, we are friends and we always converse. Until next time, family.